We're on the air live from Lisa Downey Legacy Field. Hello, everybody. I'm Scott Decker, your play-by-play man here on the Lancers Softball Network. Last game out for these two teams, the Lancers demolished the Warren Woods Tower Titans 20-3 on the road, while their opponents, the Marine City Mariners, they lost a heartbreaker to the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils 6-4. We'll see what happens here today. A little treat for you here today, folks, as I will be interviewing the captains of the Monroe City Mariners, as well as Lancers catcher Kayleen Wyrick and head coach Mike Worth. Be prepared and get ready for some interviews. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with those interviews right after this.
Hi, my name is Grace Usher, and I play for Grand Valley State University, and you're watching Lancers Softball on Lancers Softball Network.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 About a robot. I want that right over there. That robot one's going to say slide. Oh, he'll find us. Hi, we're here live on the field with Julia Letson, Madison Mackey, and Reese Atkinson. So, Madison, you're going up on the mound against a very tough pitcher in Tierra Hiles. Are you excited about that?
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts going into this game?
You know, just do what we've worked on up till now. You know, spin the ball and trust my teammates behind me and just have a good game.
All right, and Julia, you're batting leadoff today. What do you feel will be the strategy to get started early against the Lancers and Tierra Hiles?
As a leadoff batter, I really like seeing as many pitches as I can in my first count because I find that if I can see more pitches, that means my teammates can see more pitches before they go up to bat. So even though I'm kind of feel like I'm out sometimes, I do believe that it helps my teammates adjust better in the long run because they get to see more.
And Reese, thoughts on this game?
I'm super excited to get this league win. It's important going into the middle of the season and just preparing for the end of the season districts, and it all starts now.
And we're here with head coach Gary Griffin. Your thoughts on going into a tough game? The Lancers have been on a roll, and they're at home. And tonight is blue out night, so this is a big night for them.
That's great. First of all, we're happy to play here. It's a beautiful facility. So when they redid this park, they did an excellent job. So, and we appreciate you and the whole staff putting this game on TV and with all the cameras. But this is kind of the finish up. We have L'Anse Creuse and Port Huron Northern to finish up our league before we start on the second time. So this is going to be a tough league. The top four teams look like they all can beat each other. So we're hoping to pull one out tonight.
All right, good luck the rest of the way, Coach.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
shaking the city like quake. The haters blue in the face like Gonzo, cause I'm breaking the cake, so let's bake. I'm taking the game's mine. Yeah, I witness the change, it's my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say you whack raps, they like saving time. I can dance, homie, I don't two-step. Y'all looking at something like a true player. A girl told me that a man that can dance might can possibly get down with the tool in his pants. Now, my ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back low, and the pound of real fast, just like the percolate. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah.
Check it out. It's Santana again, stepping out. One of them brand new big boy toys. I do big boy things, I make big boy noise. Cause I know what girls want. I know what they like. They wanna stay up and party all night. So bring a friend. Let me come to you, tell you how it is. I was thinking when I saw that body, how to get started. Tell me what the young boy gon' do. Then I'm chicks with you. Gotta be a kid. Stay pretty thick with a kick that's sick. That need to be hit. So tell me what y'all gon' do. I got friends and you got friends. We hop out and you hop in. I look fly and they jock in. The way you drop makes me pop. I got friends and you got friends. We hop out and you hop in. I look fly and they jock in. The way you drop makes me wanna pop. If your man on the floor, if he ain't, let me know. Let me see if you can run.
We're on the field here with Kayleen Weirick and Coach Mike Worth. Well, Kayleen, welcome back to the lineup, and you've got quite the hitting streak going this season.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Absolutely. Well, your thoughts on going into all blue night tonight against Marine City?
I'm hoping we have a good night, have a lot of hot bats tonight, and everyone just gets a pitch they like.
All right. Well, hitting streak you're on.
Thank you. I really appreciate that one.
Absolutely. I know we're here with Coach Mike Worth. Your thoughts on going into this game? Your team's back on a track after 2 straight wins.
Yeah, I think it's all part of the strategy, right? We came out of league play, went on a roll, stepped it up a little bit, played some teams that we typically wouldn't play, but gaining that experience, and now we're back on normal, I guess, normal season play, and on a roll, really. We've had some great practices, a lot of energy, and the team's excited. They're pumped up, ready to go.
And it's blue out night. What are your thoughts on that?
It is. I'm hoping that our stands are packed here in the next couple minutes here with nothing but blue to support all the hard work that these young ladies have been doing.
All right. Well, good luck in today's game, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott, as well.
don't know what's the name.
Those were interviews you saw with Monroe City's Julia Letson, Madison Mackey, and Reese Atkinson. They're fired up for today's game. And the Lancers' Kayleen Wyrick, welcome back to the lineup for her. She's got a 5-game hitting streak going, and she's looking to add to that. They say for whom the bell tolls, hits will come, and Wyrick is hoping for more hits today. And we also heard from head coach Mike Worth. He hopes the stands are packed full of Lancers fans wearing blue here today. With that being said, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Monroe City Mariners. Leading off and playing shortstop, Julia Letson. Batting second and pitching, Madison Mackey. Batting third and playing second base, Reese Atkinson. Batting fourth and catching, Allison Walker. Batting fifth and playing third base, Mallory Griffin. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Kaylee Kettlehut. Batting seventh and playing first base, Audrey Northrup. Batting eighth and playing left field, Emma Adams. And batting ninth and playing right field, Megan Lear. Juliette DeRosers will be playing center field. She will not be hitting. She will be only playing the field. And Kaylee Kettlehut will be playing in the flex position. She will only be hitting today. Now the starting lineup for the Lancers. Leading off and catching, Kayleen Wyrick. Batting second and playing left field, Emma Liskey. Batting third and pitching, Tiara Hiles. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, Olivia Griner. Batting fifth and playing second base, Brooke Warnke. Batting sixth and playing third base, Delaney McDonald. Batting seventh and playing center field, Ashley Woods. Batting eighth and playing first base, Riley Payne. And batting ninth and playing right field, Josie Kelly. And the Lancers today will face the right-handed offerings of Madison Mackey. Madison, as you know, has a 1-1 record coming in with 8 walks, 6 strikeouts, but an inflated ERA of 7.64. Meanwhile, the Lancers will counter with Tiara Hiles, who has been on a hot streak as of late, averaging 9 strikeouts a game. The weather for today's game, it is a beautiful day, 78 degrees with a wind of 18 miles per hour in from right field. So breezy day, a warm day, but a beautiful day for softball here today. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hi, this is Coach Lobdell from Clear University Softball, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network. Go Lancers!
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
In which interscholastic athletes can thrive. We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
My name is Alyssa Stroh from Detroit Mercy, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network.
Hey, it's Coach Ken, and you're watching Lancer Softball and Lancer Softball Network. Go Lancers!
We're back live from Lisa Downey Legacy Field. We seem to have a little bit of a delay here as the umpires have not come onto the field yet. Folks, I don't understand this delay. Both teams are ready to play ball and the umpires are not here. Could it be that they're a bit afraid to come out? It is blue night tonight, and when we say blue, we're not talking the umpires. Yes, it is a beautiful day here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field, as it's blue out night. The fans are camped out wearing all blue today for today's game. The two teams and captains and managers are meeting out at home plate to meet with the umpires. The lineup cards are being exchanged, and we're just about set for softball here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field, ladies and gentlemen. The two teams will meet out near the baselines for the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
And we are ready to go here on all blue out night here at the ballpark. Monroe City Mariners will be up to bat first. They will face the right-handed offerings of Tiara Hiles. Hiles has been on a hot streak. She's been averaging 9 strikeouts per game. She'll be facing Julia Letson, followed by Madison Mackey, her counterpart on the mound, and Reese Atkinson. Top of the first, and we're just about to get underway with a softball game today, folks. Sunny skies and 78 degrees. It is a beautiful day here at the ballpark. Hiles. This season, 8th appearance, 5-3 record, 3.83 ERA. She in 42 innings. She has 27 walks to 63 strikeouts this season. She has averaged 8 a year. And we're just about set for softball as the first pitch by Hiles to Julia Letson is right down the plate for strike one, and we are underway. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high for ball one. Madison Mackey on deck for the Monroe City Mariners. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's called on the outside corner for strike two. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's high for ball two. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball three. Here's the full count pitch. That's slapped back to the backstop, fouled away. And this count remains even, and we'll do it again. Here again is the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Hiles picks up her first strikeout of the game, one away. That brings up her counterpart, Madison Mackey, looking to help her own cause. That shot fouled away. That hit the top of the Mariners' dugout. Yeah, that dugout has had some dents over these years. It's a new field, but that dugout certainly isn't new. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line shot foul off the screen. Had a chance to interview Madison before the game. She's very excited about facing a pitcher of Tara Hiles' caliber. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's down low for ball one. Reese Atkinson on deck. I had a chance to interview her and Julia Letson before the game. They're very excited about this opportunity. 1-2 pitch is chopped to third. McDonald up with it. She throws and gets her out by half a step. 2 away. That brings Reese Atkinson up to the plate. That pitch is down low for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's in for strike one. Lancers playing corners in on the infield. High fly ball to right field. Camping under it is Kelly. She's got it, and the inning is over. The Mariners go down 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the first. No score. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
My name is Lily Kaser. I go to Michigan State, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network.
Bottom of the first, and the Lancers are up to bat. They will be facing the right-handed offerings of Madison Mackey. Madison Mackey coming in with a record of 1-1. She has 8 walks to 16 strikeouts, but her ERA is over 7. She'd like to improve that here today. She'll be facing Kayleen Wyrick, followed by Emma Liskey, and then Tiara Hiles. Bottom of the first, no score, and the Lancers up to bat. Wyrick leads off. She has been on quite the hitting streak. Hits in all 5 of her games this year. Ground ball down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Wyrick is headed for second base, and she's in with a stand-up double. And the hit streak continues for Wyrick. That's hits in 6 straight games. Kaylin Baylor will courtesy run for Kayleen Wyrick at second base. And that brings Emma Liskey up to the plate. There's a bunt down to third base. Griffin throws. She is safe at first on a bunt single. Baylor moves to third base, and the Lancers, they're going to call her out at first base. We stand corrected. We thought that Liskey had beat it out, but in any case, Liskey is out. Baylor moves to third. Tiara Hiles at the plate, swing and a miss, strike one. So Baylor is at third. With one out here. 0-1 pitch up high. Look out as Hiles almost got brushed by that chin music. One pitch is high for ball 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Called strike 2. And that evens the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's tapped foul and off the screen, and we'll do it again. 2-2 pitch, bouncer to second base. Atkinson makes the play. Hiles is out. Kaylin Baylor scores on the fielder's choice, and the Lancers take a 1-0 lead. That brings up Olivia Griner up to the plate. Olivia batting .429 this year with 9 hits and 13 runs scored and 21 at-bats. There's a strike on the inside part of the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Griner. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Griner is out, and so are the Lancers. But they do add a run, and after 1 inning, it's the Lancers 1 and the Mariners nothing. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker. Top of the second here, and the Mariners back up to bat. Allison Walker will lead off, followed by Mallory Griffin and Kaylee Kettlehut. So Walker at the plate, the catcher. It's a called strike. Hiles had a very easy 1-2-3 first inning. She's looking for more of the same here in the second. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike two. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside. Oh, Kayleen Wyrick wanted that pitch. But the umpire discretion, he calls it ball one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Hiles picks up the K after all. One down here in the top of the second. That brings up Mallory Griffin to the plate. It's a ball inside. The 1-0 pitch is blocked by Wyrick. Ball two. Two 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one. 97 on the gun for Tierra Hiles today. Well, she averages 99 miles per hour, but she can occasionally bring the heat. 2-1 pitch, heads up to the broadcast booth. That's fouled back to the screen. Well, that had all of us here in the broadcast booth jumping, including myself. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Tap foul off the dugout door to the Lancers, and we'll do it again. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. And Hiles is definitely in a zone right now. That's her third strikeout, and there are two gone. That brings Kaylee Kettlehut to the plate. She is playing DH. She will not be in the field, but she will be batting today. It's a ball outside. Ground ball to first base. Payne steps on the bag, and the side is retired. The Mariners go down 1-2-3 again. We've played 1.5. It's the Lancers 1 and the Mariners nothing. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hi, this is Coach Toth. You're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network. Have a great one.
Bottom of the second here. The Lancers are due up to bat. Due up is Brooke Warnke, followed by Delaney McDonald and Ashley Woods. Brooke Warnke is up to bat. She's been known for getting bunt singles, so we'll see if she applies one here. First pitch to Warnke is called strike one. Batting .333 with 6 hits and 2 RBIs and 18 at-bats this season. And a lot of those hits, actually, 3 of them are bunt singles. There's a bunt that's popped up in the air, and it is caught by Walker. One away. Well, Warnke made an attempt to get another bunt single, but instead she pops out to the catcher for the first out. That brings up Delaney McDonald to the plate. Pitch is way outside for ball 1. McDonald batting .211 with 4 hits, 4 RBIs, and 19 at-bats this season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's foul tipped into the glove of Walker for strike 1. Umpire calls time. And the umpire says play ball. 1-1 pitch. That's tapped foul in front of home plate. And that brings it to 1-2 is the count. Ashley Woods on deck for the Lancers. Ball 2. That's high. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and McDonald is caught looking like a deer caught in headlights, and there are 2 gone. That brings Ashley Woods to the plate. First pitch to Woods is high for ball 1. Ashley Woods batting .211 with 4 hits, 3 RBIs, and 19 at-bats this season. One 0 pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1.
Got this, Ashley, right here, babe.
1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Woods didn't seem to agree. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's tapped foul off the screen, and we'll do it again. Riley Payne on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tap foul. That almost went into our broadcast booth. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line shot into left field for a base hit. Woods is headed for second base. She may be looking to stretch this, and she does as she stretches it into a 2-out double. That brings Riley Payne up to bat. Riley Payne batting .100 this year with 2 hits and 3 RBIs and 20 at-bats. But she can be a blip on the radar screen if she gets on base here. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Right here, Fatty, you got this.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high for ball 1. Josie Kelly is on deck. She made a nice catch in right field last inning to retire the side. 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. High heat from Madison Mackey, and Payne strikes out swinging to retire the side. Lancers leave a runner on base. We've played 2. It's the Lancers 1 and the Mariners nothing. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hi, my name is Grace Usher, and I play for Grand Valley State University, and you're watching Lancer Softball on Lancer Softball Network.
Top of the third, and the Mariners are due up to bat. Audrey Northrup will lead off, followed by Emma Adams, and then Megan Lear. As the bottom of the order is due up for the Mariners here in the top of the third. Tierra Hiles having a good start. 3 strikeouts apiece for both starting pitchers. We could be looking at the makings of a massive pitchers duel here today. So Northrup is at the plate, taking a few more practice swings before she steps into the batter's box. First pitch is down low for ball 1. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Talk about heat. 101 on the gun for Hiles. Well, we did say before that Hiles can bring the heat when she needs to. 1-1 pitch that's slapped into center field, and it's dropped by Liskey. Northrup is safe at first base on the error. That brings up Emma Adams. There's a bunt. Good play by Payne. She throws to first, but she throws it away. Northrup heads to third base. They're going to send her home. The throw to the plate is cut off. She will score. And Adams makes it all the way into third on the throw. And the Mariners have tied the game up at 1. Conference time for Tierra Hiles as Kayleen Wyrick draws the infield in. Well, back-to-back errors unfortunately lead to an unearned run for the Mariners here in the top of the third. That brings up Megan Lear to the plate. That first pitch, the 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. 1-1 count on Megan Lear. That's a ball outside for ball 2. Bald eagle that has decided to grace us with its presence here. Symbol of America. 2-1 pitch, that slap foul. Heads up to the fans in right field. Well, we only hope that didn't hit anybody. We're not sure where that landed, and we can't really tell from where we're sitting. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to first base. It is a foul ball. The umpire had to run and he had to yell that as the ball rolled down the first base line. It's the first pitch that gets away from the catcher, Wyrick, and here comes Adams in to score on the pass ball. And the Mariners take a 2-1 lead here in the top of the third. That evens up the count at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And Lear draws a walk. Top of the order now, Julia Letson is now up for the Mariners. There's a bunt in front of the plate. Hiles up with it. She throws to first. And there is one away. Lair moves to second base on the sack hit. Or sack bunt, rather. That brings up Madison Mackey to the plate. She struck out swinging her last time up. First pitch by Mackey is tapped foul, and that hits the screen. Oh, 0-1 pitch is tapped foul. That's over the screen. Will that hit our broadcast booth? No. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's high for ball 1. Lear leading away from second base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 out. That is 4 strikeouts for Tierra Hiles. That brings up Reese Atkinson to the plate. She struck out as well last time up. High fly ball pop up to right field. That's going to reach the seats and go foul. Riley Payne gave it chase but ran out of room. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line shot into center field for a base hit. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Lear comes around to score. Atkinson heads for second, and she's in with an RBI double. And that plates another run and puts the Mariners up 3-1. That brings up Allison Walker to the plate. High fly ball to center field. It's going to be caught by Liskey to retire the side. The Mariners add 3 runs, however, and after 2.5, they lead 3-1. We are listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
From Detroit Mercy, and you're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network.
Bottom of the third, and the Lancers are due up to bat. Josie Kelly will lead off, followed by Kayleen Wyrick and Emma Liskey, as they'll face Madison Mackey's offerings here in the bottom of the third. Josie Kelly is due up to bat. She's batting 111 with 1 hit and 4 runs and 9 at-bats this season. Well, the Lancers have their work cut out for them, trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the third. First pitch, a little slap that's fouled away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slap attempt, swung on and missed, strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's tapped foul. And we'll do it again. That's a little tap towards the mound. Kelly up with it, and she beats it out with a nice run. So a bunt single for Josie Kelly. That brings Kayleen Wyrick up to the plate. They say for whom the bell tolls, hits will come, and Wyrick had a hit last at bat. She's looking for one here. That ball is high. Quick snap throw to first, and Kelly is back at first base. One 0 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball into left field for a base hit. That will put 2 on with nobody out for the Lancers, and they have a little bit of a rally going here with runners at first and second. That brings Emma Liskey to the plate. Kaylin Baylor will courtesy run for Kayleen Wyrick at first base. Emma Liskey at the plate. Lancers have a bit of a threat going here with runners at first and second, nobody out. Ball is down low for ball 1. Tiara Hiles on deck. That's bunted foul. That's off the top of the Lancers dugout. Well, if you're playing golf and looking for ricochets, that was one of the best you'll ever see. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's bunted fair. A quick throw made by Griffin is in time, and there's one away. However, the runners advance on the sac bunt. So a good job done by Emma Liskey. That brings Tiara Hiles up to the plate. Well, great situation for the Lancers here with runners at in scoring position and 1 out. That pitch is fouled away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's outside for ball 1. Got Baylor at third base, and got Kelly at third, Baylor at second. That ball is down low. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Olivia Greiner is on deck. Should Tiara Hiles reach here? It's a ball outside for ball 3. Good eye by Tiara Hiles there. Now the full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's tapped foul off the screen. Caught on a ricochet, but those don't count unless you're playing arena football. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line shot to right field. That's going to be caught by Lear. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. Kelly comes in to score. Baylor moves to third base. A sac fly for Tiara Hiles. Lancers played another run, and it's now 3-2. That brings Olivia Greiner up to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Baylor's at third. That's a ball high. Ooh, look out. That almost hit Greiner. Well, you know, our first game here against New Haven, Greiner was hit not once but twice by pitches. So she paid the price for her efforts the first game. There's a ball that gets away from the catcher. A quick throw to the plate is not in time. The ball got away from Allison Walker. Baylor comes in to score on the wild pitch, and we are tied up at 3. Two-one pitch, slap foul. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line shot to first base and caught by Northrup to retire the side. Lancers played 2 runs by playing a little small ball. We've played 3, and 3s are wild here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
My name is Lily Kaser. I go to Michigan State, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network.
My name is Alyssa Stroh from Detroit Mercy, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network.
Top of the 4th now, and the Mariners are up to bat. Mallory Griffin will lead off for the Mariners here in the top of the fourth. She'll be fouled by Kaylee Kettlehut and Audrey Northrup, who made a nice play at first base last inning. So Mallory Griffin at the plate. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. Well, you know, when Hiles gets upset, she can be nasty and filthy with her control. And I mean that in a good way, folks. Swing and a miss, strike two. I think she's definitely in the zone right now. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Ball down low. Wyrick wanted that pitch. So did Hiles. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's tapped foul. And we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up to short. Griner camps under it and makes the catch. One away. That brings up Kaylee Kettlehut. Kettlehut batting left-handed. First pitch is slapped foul. Heads up to the fans in left field. Yeah, you only hope that didn't hit anybody. Like I said before, folks, these balls can fly out of the park. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Talk about high heat. 96 on the gun from Tierra Hiles. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. That is 5 strikeouts for Tierra Hiles, and there are 2 away. That brings up Audrey Northrup to the plate. Northrup was a strikeout victim last time up. Swing and a miss, strike one. That ball's high for ball one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's slapped foul off the screen. Riley Payne to retrieve it and get it back to Hiles. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tap foul. And again, that almost went into the broadcast booth. We're glad we have a protective netting here, but we might need to get some power window shades to keep them from coming in. 1-2 pitch, fouled away. Well, Northrup is giving Hiles a battle here in this inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball down low for ball two. Here again is the 2-2 pitch. Little tapper to second base. And a nice play by Warnke to retire the side. The Mariners go down 1-2-3. We've played 3.5. It's the Lancers 3 and the Mariners 3. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hi, this is Coach Toth. You're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network. Have a great one.
Bottom of the fourth, and Brooke Warnke is up to bat. There's a strike one. Warnke will lead off, followed by Delaney McDonald and Ashley Woods. This is the part of the order that did the damage last inning for the Lancers. Swing and a miss, strike two. Warnke led off her last time up with a bunt single. It's a ball outside. McDonald is on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's outside for ball two. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away. Mackey picks up her fourth strikeout. She and Hiles are engulfed in a pitcher's duel right now. That brings up Delaney McDonald to the plate. That's tap foul. Out of play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball into second base. Here's a play. It's dropped by Northrup. Oh, a routine play for Atkinson, but Northrup could not come up with it. That'll be an error on Northrup. And the inning continues for Ashley Woods. So instead of 2 outs, you have a runner at first base and an error on the board for the Mariners. Woods at the plate. Quick snap throw to first after that strike, and McDonald is back at first base.
Right here, babe. You got it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's bunted foul. And Woods is down on the count 0-2. McDonald leading away from first base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's tapped foul. Caught on the ricochet. And we'll do it again. Riley Payne is on deck. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Called! Strike three, and Woods is caught looking at one too many. Mackey picks up her fifth strikeout, and she is matching Hiles almost pitch for pitch today. That brings Riley Payne up to the plate with 2 out. Swing and a miss, strike one. Josie Kelly is on deck. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's called strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. Mackey comes back to strike out the side after giving up the error. That gives her 6 strikeouts. We've played 4. We're still even at 3. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hey, it's Coach Ken, and you're watching Lancers Softball and Lancers Softball Network. Go Lancers!
Top of the 5th, and the Mariners are due up to bat. Due up is Emma Adams, followed by Megan Lear, and the top of the order in Julia Letson. So Adams is at the plate. This is the bottom of the order. This was the part of the order that did the most damage for the Mariners their last time they got their runs. First pitch is down low for ball 1. It's a missed bunt, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's inside for ball 2. That's a called strike in the outside corner. Adams didn't seem to agree with that, and neither did the Mariners head coach either, Greg Griffin. 2-2 pitch, ground ball to second base. Nice play by Warnke, and there's one away.
Nice, ladies. Good job.
That brings up Megan Lear to the plate. First pitch is called strike 1, the inside part of the plate. Beautiful day here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field. 0-1 pitch, ground ball into left field for a base hit. And Lair is on with a 1-out single. And the Mariners are looking to get another rally started here with the bottom of the order. Top of the order now up as Julia Letson is at the plate. First pitch is ground ball into left field for another base hit. And that will put 2 on with 1 out for the Mariners, as Letson is able to slap one into left field. That brings Madison Mackey to the plate. Here's the first pitch. That's fouled away.
Good job, team.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high for ball 1. And Coach Mike Worth has called for time, and he wants to have a conversation with the infield. Well, Mike Worth is having a conversation. The conference is over, and we're back to playing ball. Game tied at 3, but the Mariners have a bit of a threat going here in the top of the 5th. So the conference is over, and Madison Mackey will dig back in to face Hiles. Count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch is down low for ball 2. Got Lear at second base, Letson at first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's slapped high and deep to right field. It's going to get down for a fair ball. There goes Lear all the way around third. She's headed home to the plate. She is safe. A run scores for the Mariners. They regain the lead at 4-3, and Mackey has a double. A courtesy runner comes in for the pitcher as Isabel Ames comes in to pinch run for Madison Mackey, or courtesy run for that matter. So Isabel Ames will courtesy run at second base for the Mariners. And that brings Reese Atkinson to the plate. Umpire noting the courtesy runner. And he signals play ball. First pitch to Reese Atkinson. That slap foul, heads up to the fans in right field. Again, we hope that didn't hit anyone. You know, these balls can really fly out of the park. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Atkinson. That's high for ball 1. Good block there by Kayleen Wyrick to prevent that from going to the backstop. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's high for ball 2. Line shot to second base. Quick play by Warnke is in time for another out. However, on the play, Letson scores on the fielder's choice, and it is 5-3 Mariners. As Ames also moves to third base on the fielder's choice as well. Swing and a miss to Allison Walker with 2 outs. Warnke with a nice play at second base. That's popped up, and that will reach the seats and drop onto the infield. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Walker. That's high for ball 1. Mallory Griffin on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's high for ball 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's pop foul. And that's out of play. That evens the count up at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Down low for ball 3. Oh, Kayleen Wyrick wanted that pitch. That's a full count now, 3-2 on Allison Walker. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Called! Strike 3! Hiles picks up her 6th strikeout. However, the Mariners add 2 runs and regain the lead at 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hi, this is Coach Lobdell from Clear University Softball, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network. Go Lancers!
Bottom of the 5th, and the Lancers are up to bat. Due up is Josie Kelly, followed by Kayleen Wyrick and Emma Liskey.
Now batting number 4, Josie Kelly.
This bottom of the order is what started a rally last time for the Lancers. First pitch is high for ball 1. That's tap foul. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kelly. And he's saying he swung 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kelly. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's high for ball 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Called! Strike 3 on the outside corner. Kelly doesn't seem to agree, but to no avail. That's 7 strikeouts for Madison Mackey, and there's 1 gone. That brings Kayleen Wyrick to the plate. Ground ball into center field for a base hit. And Wyrick continues her hot hitting streak with another hit and another at bat. Kayleen Baylor or rather Kaylin Baylor will pinch run at first base for Kayleen Wyrick. That brings Emma Liskey up to the plate. There's a bunt to the pitcher. She's safe! And Liskey beats out a bunt single, and that'll put 2 on with 1 out for the Lancers. And that brings Tiara Hiles here in an ideal hitter situation. Runners at first and second, and 1 out for the Lancers. The ball outside. You've got Baylor at second base and Liskey at first. The 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. Hiles may be a free swinger, but she's also a patient hitter. If she can draw a walk, that would leave a great opportunity for an RBI for Olivia Greiner, who's on deck. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's called strike on the outside part of the plate. Here's a line shot foul off the screen, and we'll do it again. That evens the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Hiles. There's a ball outside. That runs the count full at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line shot foul. Heads up to the first base coach. That almost decapitated her at first base. We'll do it again at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle to short. They tag the base for 1. Relay is not in time. Nice play made by Letson at short to get the lead runner. However, Baylor moves to third base, and Hiles is safe at first. That brings Olivia Greiner to the plate. Olivia Greiner at the plate. It's a ball outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Little tapper to first base. Easy play for Northrop, and the side is retired. Lancers leave 2 runners on base and fail to score. At the end of 5, it's the Mariners 5 and the Lancers 3. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win. but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough.
Top of the sixth now, and the Mariners are up to bat. Mallory Griffin will lead off, followed by Kaylee Kettlehut and Audrey Northrup. First pitch to Griffin is in for strike one. That pitch is slapped high into center field and gone. Mallory Griffin with a monster home run to dead center field that hit the stanchion and bounced out of the park. Griffin touches them all, and the Mariners go up 6-3 here in the top of the sixth. Well, Griffin put a charge into that one. Well, and unfortunately, the Lancers have been living dangerous all night, and Griffin finally burned them. So after a brief conference called by Riley Payne, Hiles is back to work. She'll face Kaylee Kettlehut. That slap foul heads up to the fans in left field. I believe that softball that was knocked out of the park hit a drive-by car. That's what I'm being told. Swing and a miss, strike two on Kaylee Kettlehut. Audrey Northrup on deck. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. That is 7 strikeouts for Tiara Hiles today. Gary Griffin calls time. Audrey Northrup at the plate. First pitch is swung on and missed, strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's called strike two. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's tapped foul and back to the screen. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's tapped foul, and that's out of play again. To pitch, swing! Swing and a miss, strike three. There's a little hesitation by the umpire, but where it caught it on a foul tip, That is 8 strikeouts for Tiara Hiles, matching her season average. And there are 2 gone. That brings up Emma Adams to the plate. It's a ball outside. It's a ball down low. Two-0 pitch is slapped foul off the screen. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's tapped foul. And Wyrick apparently may have been hurt by that. Appears to be okay, so she will continue in the game. And the umpire says, let's resume playing ball. So the count is 2-2 on Emma Adams. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul down the first base line. And we'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. Line shot to first, caught by Payne. Oh, what a snag out of midair by Riley Payne. The Mariners do add a run, however, on the home run from Mallory Griffin, and they lead 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hi, this is Coach Toth. You're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network. Have a great one.
Bottom of the 5th, and the Lancers are up to bat. Brooke Warnke will lead off for the Lancers here. She'll be followed by Delaney McDonald and Ashley Woods. And we have a conversation to start off right off the bat here. And we have a defensive change. Defensive change for the Mariners as Isabel Ames is now playing right field, replacing Megan Lear. First pitch to Warnke is called strike one. Purchase called strike two. Lancers have their work cut out for them. They trail by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. They're down to their final 6 outs. 0-2 pitch called. Strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. Warnke can't believe it, but she is out. That is 8 strikeouts for Madison Mackey. That brings Delaney McDonald up to the plate. Line shot to second, caught at second base by Reese Atkinson. 2 gone. Oh, McDonald gave it a ride, but Atkinson robbed her of extra bases. Atkinson should be put in jail for that robbery. That's grand larceny right there. Brings Ashley Woods to the plate. It's a ball down low. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's popped up foul. And that is caught by Walker. What a catch. And that will retire the side. The Lancers go down 1-2-3 as we head to the 7th. Okay. Well, we resume play here on the top of the 7th. This has been a wild pitcher's duel as both Tiara Hiles and Madison Mackey have 8 strikeouts apiece. It seemed a pitcher's duel early on before the Mariners ended up getting 3 runs in the 3rd inning on a double by Mallory Griffin. Mallory Griffin also contributed in the 6th with a solo home run. The Lancers, on the other hand, they've gotten significant contributions today from Brooke Warnke, who has 2 bunt singles today, and Kayleen Wyrick also has 2 hits as well, continuing her hit streak. Lancers down by 3 as we start the top of the 7th. Tiara Hiles is back to work. Megan Lear is at the plate. That's a ball down low. One 0 pitch is blocked by Wyrick for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Here's the 3-0 pitch. In for strike one. Hiles has to be laboring here. She's thrown 106 pitches. A little tapper to second base. Warnke up with it. She throws, but she pulled Payne off the base, and it's an infield hit. That brings up Julia Letson. It's bunted and popped up to Hiles. But he is calling. He's calling her out. There's one away. That brings up Madison Mackey to the plate. That's outside. The ball is thrown and it gets away from Payne. But thankfully, however, Kelly was there to back her up to make sure that Lear didn't have any thoughts of taking second base. Swing and a miss, strike one. There's a ball down low. It's a ball high for ball three. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Down low for ball four. That will put 2 on with 1 out for the Mariners. That brings up Reese Atkinson to the plate. And Letson will pinch run for Mackey at first base. So apparently we've been told that Letson cannot run for Mackey, so she's back at first base. So Mackey at first base and Lear at second base for the Mariners right now. That ball is grounded to second base. It's misplayed by Warnke, and that will load the bases with 1 out for the Mariners. That brings up Allison Walker to the plate with the bases loaded here. That's a ball down low. Mallory Griffin, who had a home run, is on deck. Line shot, foul, heads up to Gary Griffin, the Mariners head coach at third base. Oh, that was a screamer by Walker. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's high for ball 2. That almost hit the umpire. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's popped up. Griner makes the catch in foul territory. That is a big out. 2 gone. But here comes the most dangerous hitter that the Mariners have had all night, Mallory Griffin. She has already had an RBI double and a solo shot tonight. The ball down low. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's outside for ball 2. Kaylee Kettlehurt on deck for the Mariners. Nowhere to put Mallory Griffin here. 2-0 pitch is called, strike 1. Gary Griffin doesn't seem to agree. Well, unfortunately, we don't have ABS here. That's popped up, and that'll reach the seats. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's popped up and fouled away. It's a ground ball to short. Griner with the play, and the Lancers pitch out of a jam. We've played 6.5. It's 6-3 Mariners. Last call for the Lancers as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
My name is Lily Kaser. I go to Michigan State, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network.
Well, as you can see, folks, I have my rally cap on, and we're ready to go here. Julia Turry will pinch hit for the Lancers here. Julia Turry is, for those who do not know, was called up in their game against Algonac. So the rookie Julia Turry is at the plate. It's a ball outside. Julia Turry batting .143 with 1 hit and 3 RBIs and 7 at-bats this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-2, 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. One-two pitch, called, strike 3. That is 9 strikeouts for Madison Mackey today. And there's one away. That brings Josie Kelly up to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kelly. It's a ball outside. Kayleen Wyrick on deck. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's the 2-1 on Kelly. It's a ball down low for ball 3. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's called, strike 2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's tapped foul. Kayleen Wyrick is on deck. Ball 4, take your base, and Kelly draws a walk and wins the Battle of Wills. That brings up Kayleen Wyrick. First pitch to Wyrick. Ground ball back to the mound. And there are 2 gone, and the Lancers are down to their final out as Mackey makes the play. Emma Liskey is the last hope for the Lancers right here. Infield playing corners in. First pitch is a missed bunt, strike 1.
You got this, Emma.
There's a bunt that's fouled away, and the Lancers are down to their final strike. The 0-2 pitch, it's bunted foul. Saying that was tapped foul. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Miss bunt, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is your ball game. The Marine City Mariners hold on to defeat the L'Anse Creuse Lancers here 6-3 at Lisa Downey Legacy Field. 10 strikeouts for Madison Mackey today. She had a tremendous day. Join me after the game where we'll try to catch up with Madison Mackey and Mallory Griffin. This is Scott Decker. We'll be right back after these messages.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 My name is Alyssa Stroh from Detroit Mercy, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
Sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game. We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Hi, this is Coach Toth. You're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network. Have a great one.
All right, we're back live here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field with Mallory Griffin and Madison Mackey. So, Mallory, you had quite the game today, 2 for 4 with a double and a home run. Your thoughts on the game?
I thought we did really well, and I'm excited for the rest of the season.
All right. So, about your own performance today, 2 for 4 with a double home run. What did you think when that ball went over the fence?
I was a little scared at first because I thought it wasn't going to go over, and then it did, and I was happy.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, and Madison, today you had 10 strikeouts today. You really got into a zone by the third inning.
Yeah, you know, I had my team behind me, and I was able to really relax and get to throwing.
Were you intimidated a little bit by facing Tierra Hiles, who is also one of the league's elite?
You know, everyone's everyone's going to be equal. You know, we'll all have our ups and downs, and, you know, it's really just taking each game at a time. You know, we're equal opponents, and it's great to see competing against each other.
It would look like a pitcher's duel out there for a few innings. What did it take for your team to really dig deep and get the lead?
You know, I think we've played a lot of games this week, and we've seen a lot of different pitching, and it allowed us really to adjust, and we got comfortable, and that really let us just jump on them.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.